Welcome, everybody. Welcome to 2023. This is the first episode of the new year. Maybe, how's it going? I love your t shirt, by the way. Why don't you show that off to everybody? What do you got going on there? I love New Tokyo. Shout out to New Tokyo Rumors.
So happy this got in the mail. Yeah, I just came back to New York. I was in Italy for the holidays, and I'm so happy that I got home. And the first thing I found was this in the mail, and I saw it, and I just had to wear it for this episode. So as you said, shout out to you Tokyo Rumors. Thank you for creating this. I'm so happy I got one, and yeah, I'm doing great. How are you guys doing?
I'm just happy to be back with y'all, to be honest, right? Took a couple weeks off the internet. Thank y'all so much for holding it down. Shout out to Alf as well, holding it down at New Tokyo News, and everybody holding it down throughout the Christmas holiday break. Yeah, I like to take a break from the internet from time to time. I get a little oversaturated with all the tech, and so I just needed to take a few minutes and just chill for a minute. I just want to say thank you to you both for holding it down while I was gone, and I'm so freaking happy to be back. Let's do the damn thing for 2023, y'all.
So let's start the episode by. We can do two things. We're going to do two things. We're going to reflect on what's to come and for the next 6 months, and let's reflect on what's happened over the past 6 months. So maybe I want to start with you. Let's start with what are you most looking forward to over the next 6 months?
Oh my God, I don't know. Like for sure, NFT LA, NFT NYC, which is gonna be like some like fun. I will say 2 3 weeks because they're gonna be one after the other. So I'm super excited for that. I'm super excited for the Dam Show. And what we're doing. I'm excited for 10KTF, Yuga, and the other side. What's happening with that? I just like can't wait to see what's gonna happen with the other set, especially because we're gonna be interacting much more with these projects because we're gonna be actually in the other side and we're gonna be able to change also the course of the story. I believe so. Yeah, I'm super excited for that. A lot of new things coming this year.
And before we jump to Diamond, let's talk about. Do you want to reflect really quickly, maybe on the past 6 months? Because people might have already watched it, but the video is live on our channel now. We did a recap of the best moments of 2022, the best damn moments of 2022. So let's reflect on that because me and you had to watch a lot of those videos to find the best nuggets. So do you have anything to say about that?
Yeah, I don't know. For me, last 6 months, holding it down with the Damn Show. I mean, I'll never forget that night in Brooklyn, right? One night in Brooklyn. It all started one night in Brooklyn. And from here, the way we've been building week to week, what we've gotten to do along this journey with the captaincy, with what we've been building in the backside, we're working on some other things people don't even know about right now, right? And just really excited to see where this goes. But the bonds we've created and the love that I've gotten from both of y'all, from the community, this is really at the end of the day what it's all about. You know, I've said it a few times before, like, I don't know if I'd be in NFTs if it wasn't for my friends, right? For the people that hold me down and that I can hold down on the backside. And I want to say thank you both. Y'all mean the world to me. Meeting up in Miami, that first opportunity to really do the damn thing in person, the hugs, the love. I mean, Atare, I came up a little short on my cheek with the kisses. I didn't get enough kisses from you, my dude, but I was able to give a few out and it was all a lot of love. Had a great time and really excited to turn this up for the next 6 months, for the next year, and see what it looks like at the end of 2023.
Like if I can add on that, like I had to watch a good amount of videos to decide like which moments we wanted to include in this best of, and it was crazy how many times I really had to hold myself from laughing so hard because maybe I was in Italy and it was late in the night many times, so people were sleeping and I was just working on my computer and doing stuff, and I was like, because so many moments were like hilarious, and moment number one that I was like dying rewatching was the Damn University That was an incredible moment when the chat
Yeah.
was wild. It was like being for real in a class, and people were just going wild with their comments. We couldn't hold ourselves with how much we were laughing. So yeah, no, thank you so much. The memories are incredible of this past 6 months.
Yeah, actually, I forgot about that because you were watching those videos. I was watching videos some other months, but that was hilarious. I think that makes me think on how important it is, or how funny it is that when you set the theme or the context, people kind of almost play into the role. And so the three of us were playing into this, some of us are students, some of us are professors, and the chat were the other students in the classroom. So they were just being as rowdy, and and I think some people were definitely at least a few decades removed from being in a university classroom, but they were still acting the part.
I'm gonna give you the
Yeah, I had to give Wilson detention. That's right. I put her on timeout. That was, yeah. I can't wait to watch that one back. But I think for me, there were so many moments that I caught myself just smiling. I think from the funny moments that were happening on stream. And so for me, I think I'm thinking of obviously the captainship. I was rewatching that, and that was just like a crazy moment, because I can now watch with with being removed 4 or 5 months from that, and uh, see that it's that I had no idea. I had zero idea what was going on, and I knew the moment where I was going to find out, and when it clicked for me, and same for you maybe, and same for you, Diamond. And so that was just like a. It's nice to look back on it with that much time that has passed because I've rewatched it, but that was around the week that it happened. Now that it's been almost half a year, not half a year, but a quarter of a year, I was like, whoa, and like everything changed after that. It really did when you think about it. So it was a cool exercise to do, and we hope that you like it. Check it out. I'll link it in the description below so you guys can check it out.
And if I could just really quick, I mean, for me, y'all, like looking back, I don't know if y'all remember when Boss Wolf was beating the hell out of me on our first episode, right? Like, I thought we were getting on just to have a voice call, right? I didn't know as we were actually streaming and like going live with it, and like just the way it all works out. But like we mentioned that day, like, hey, one day at a time, 1% better each episode, right? Each day, right? Here's what we can do. This is how we can start to build this show and figure it out along the way. And then looking at some of those incredible moments along the journey and how we've continued to improve, But we've had so many amazing moments along this journey that really have been growth along the way, right? Whether we look back to the award show that we did, the damn award show, right? For the Wagneys, or whether it's some of the growth that we've had as far as the damn is right, like for what we're able to do with the show and the way our community tunes in every week. This is really what it's all about in Web3. So really looking back at that moment where we all started as straight degen out, and how we're like growing into what the dam can be and what it could be, what it should be. I'm really excited to see the way that this grows in 2023, y'all. I'm super hyped. It's mind blowing, truly, to think about the growth that we achieved in 6 months. It's pretty amazing.
And let's now move into 10KTF. So we had a tweet last week. We also had a hotline show as well. Actually, let's start there. So last week we had a Where's Wagmi-san? We had a hotline 1-877-801-TIPS. You could call that hotline and you could get connected to the damn show live. Some people thought that was a pretend number, and we planted people to just call in like they normally would, but that's not true. It was a real hotline, and I think some people have realized that after we had a random caller, and I rewatched it back. They came in, they had a bunch of background noise, and then they just said something like, "Wagmi-san is a time traveler," and then they cut out. And me and maybe were just like confused about it. They were like, "What? Like, who was that? What was that?" And I think people realized, "Oh shit, that's a real hotline." And so they call, and then Hoddle called in, and Hoddle said it. He's like, "Honestly, guys, I thought that was just a pretend number, but this is so cool." The intro message was Maggie, and I played that back a few times on the live stream and on the 10KTFM space afterwards as well, just to shout Maggie out, and because she did a great job with that. You get fooled for a second that it's like a standard audio message, but then she says, "New Tokyo Hotline. If you have any idea where Wagmi-san's whereabouts, we're going to connect you to the damn show in just a moment." It was awesome. So That was a really fun thing, and there's a lot more that we're going to be doing to make the damn live a lot more interactive. So maybe, I don't know if you had any thoughts about that.
Well, it was hilarious. Like I
Yeah.
loved every part of it, and then Diamond called as well. It was such a crazy moment. But yeah, I heard the feedback from the community, and everybody was very happy, and they really liked the episode like that. It make them feel more part of what we're doing, you know. So yeah, that was a great episode, and thank you for setting up the hotline at Tara. That was great.
Yeah. May or may not have gotten that ready and working 20 minutes before the show went live. That's a New Year's resolution for 2023. A lot more thoughtful planning, and things are going to get done well in advance. But we sometimes you can't ever avoid, the last minute crunch. I like to think
Yeah.
that the live shows are Saturday Night Live, and they run up right to the deadline Friday or Saturday morning with some of their sketches and props and whatever. And I think we're doing our own version of that. So I'm not obviously opposed to running up to the deadline, but it'd be a little less cortisol in my blood, a little less stress in my life, to not have that. Let's go to the Kagamis though. So 10KTF did put out one tweet that day, and they said that Kagamis are shipping in January. So my thoughts on that is that that's actually what they said earlier when the Kagamis first came out. They said they're going to ship in the FAQ sometime in January. So it looks like it's on track. That video as well was what it looked like. It wasn't an animation. It looked like those are the actual Kagamis that are coming out, and are going to be sent to people. So they're somewhere, wherever they're being made in the world, and they're probably just getting boxed, and they're going to start to show up. And then when I was rewatching the videos from the live streams from months past, in one of them we got a video that showed the unboxing of Kagamis with I think it was the Emmys in the background. And so I'm excited to unbox that. We'll unbox it live when we get ours on a live stream. I think that'll be a fun thing to do for the whole community. Let's Diamond, do you have any thoughts about that? And then we'll go to maybe.
No, I'm just hyped. Yeah, to try to do some unboxing live. People like when we smash them boxes live, right? Cratemas was a huge hit. Like, let's not forget about Cratemas. We can just keep going back at each thing we're talking about and tapping in on a moment that we had in the last 6 months, and really, I don't know. I'm excited. I'm just hyped for the next 6 months. Like I say, it's a pretty hyperized schedule for us behind the scenes, but pretty pumped about it. Looking forward to what's coming our way for sure. And then of course the other side is cooking hot right now. As far as the Kagamis are concerned, y'all, I just want to mention this is like the 4th or the 5th time that we've seen them in the lore, right? Like in 10KTF's lore. And so I know that there's a bit of a battle as far as speculation, or is K, are the Kagamis going to have real value? Are they just art? Are they just a stagnant piece of art? With those 5th time that we've now seen the Kagamis put on 10KTF's timeline, I really feel like it's a little bit more than just the art. What that actually means, I don't know, but I'm hyped to have a piece of 10KTF lore for recapping that season 1 incredible journey at the house. So when friends come over, like I could at least show it to them and then tell them about a few of the crazy things that Diamond Hands dove into over the last year, 18 months or so.
Yeah, and yeah, me too. I can't wait to get my Kagami. Even though I also don't like to have too much physical stuff. I hope this is not gonna be the start of a lot of stuff that I don't want. Like, this is one for a whole year, season 1. It's okay, it's perfect. I can find a very nice place for it. But yeah, like I also agree with you, Diamond. I think there's gonna be more for holders of the NFT that is connected with the Kagami. I don't think it's gonna be just this piece of the technology, this device. I don't think it's enough. We kind of expect something else coming with it, and I expect that too. But if it doesn't come, it's okay. Like, anyway, I'm happy that I got one. I wanted one. I wanted to have this memory of the first season. But like, really, K is K.
I want to jump into that. I've seen a lot of shopkeeper who likes to fuck around, is what I'll just say. So like I don't want to put too much stock that can literally mean anything. I think that was also when Kagami and 893 speculation was at an all-time high, and people are saying some of the wildest things. I said this in Grill the other day. I was like, sometimes the best speculation is to just not. And so because we have to, I think, remain grounded in what we're seeing and what we're doing. And so I'm not discouraging it, but I'm also just being like, okay, not everything, not every little pixel is, points to something that you can go back in history. Now we've had enough history where you can look through all the theories that people have had, and they've been really wildly popular theories at a time, and then when the theory doesn't come true, people don't say, oh yeah, we were wrong about that and that and that and that. So like, let's balance our new theory with the fact that we were quite wrong with all of this stuff quite a lot. People just forget about that. They're like, this new theory is the best theory that has ever existed, and then they sell the hopium. And so I'm always just very like, guys, let's be balanced here. I don't know. It's a KSK. I don't know what that means, if that means anything. So let's just keep it on balance. I'm expecting like a great physical art piece, and I'm sure that the Kagamis are going to have some future benefit. The NFT itself, whether that's going to be a crazy, mind-blowing, benefit that's going to make the floor go to 10 ETH, I don't know. Like, I really don't. And the team has been very measured and tempering people's expectations. So I do think it's something more than the physical, but I'm not going to sit here and say, guys, buy every Kagami that's listed right now. Trust me, we're going to 10 ETH, 20 ETH, 50 ETH, because I don't think that's not the ethos of 10K ETF. They've never done anything with the purpose of like, this is going to pump our floor. They've done it with like, what is the experience that we're trying to give people, and does this map to that experience? So those are my thoughts on the Kagami. And I think Kagami's a touchy subject, because I was actually watching the episodes about Kagamis with that whole week where shit was going down, and a lot of it in hindsight, I'm like, a lot of people lost their minds over like nothing, guys. Like, and so I'm that's why I think I'm coming in with like a, oh god, I remember that week because I watched the live episodes and the damn episodes. Let's just keep it balanced. Let's have fun, and let's wait for them to excite us.
Yeah, the genesis of the 893 genesis, the genesis of WAGMI. We'll see what it all means. Only 893 items. It's a limited supply, but like you're saying, most importantly, especially with the status of the market, we're not trying to tell anyone to go buy Kagamis. It's just something that we've made a personal decision to kind of ride with for whatever it is, whether it's just the art or whether it has additional utility. But like you're saying, Atari, this isn't about pumping anyone's bags, or this isn't about trying to press the market at all. It's just figuring out what it is for us in the long term. And I just think back to when people tweeted out, though, back in October of last year, Wagmi-san don't take no practice. If you know anything about Wagmi-san, this motherfucker don't take no practice shots, So like for whatever that is, right? Like, I think that there are considerations of like, there might be initial value added, right? That if you're not in for the first wave, you might not see for the long term. That's the thought of like no practice shots, right? Make sure that you've got what you feel is appropriate for you at the time that you need it headed forth. So I covered my base there. I'm very lucky, very blessed to be able to get that Kagami, and excited to see what it means in the future. But I don't know. It's a huge debate within our community, and shout out to Press too, who's had some great speculation on this as far as the actual physicals that we're going to receive, right? Like, these aren't anything to joke about, right? Looking at what We Knew released for their Andy Murray moments, it was a clear display, right? A square box display, kind of more standard fare. What we're seeing with those Kagamis as far as physical display and a circular LED imprint, right? Like the last one kind of had a screen inside a clear box, and the screen would like pass the visual over it. This is a whole LED imprint that's getting worked over the top of. And so it's not like a passive screen. It's another level to what's going on for physical displays and NFTs, where if we want to move these off of our phone, I went home for Christmas and was like trying to show, oh yeah, check it out what I've got on my phone over here. Check out my NFTs, right? You always got to pull out your phone and your OpenSea. Like I said, having my family come to my house, have that scroll through and be able to tell the story of it along the way is an additional level of utility that people can see outside of my phone screen. So it's not just a world that I live in inside my phone. It's a world that you inhabit when you step into my house. When you see that Kagami, it gives you something to ask questions about. So I don't have to be the crazy crypto 10K TF guy. Let me tell you about what's going on with Wagmi-san. Do you know what's going on with the blockchain? Okay, I don't know if you heard about FTX, but I can tell you what's going on with that too. Okay, no, the future of crypto, like, let me tell you, right? So like all of this extra energy, these extra things we can talk about, instead just having to say, you know what? For 18 months, this incredible journey, met some great friends, and really this ethos of we're all going to make it, learning to believe in the support of each other while we support each other through the weeds of NFTs. This hasn't been easy, right? But damn, it's been fun. I'll tell you what.
So on that note, let's move into Jimmy the Trial. So first things first, Yuga Labs and Wednesdays. We're now in week 2 of their Wednesday updates or drops. So again, when you're in 10KTF and you have been for as long as we have been, you can see the influence of 10KTF on Yuga, and that's another direct imprint right there. Each Wednesday, people get hyped about a new update for Jimmy's trial, and this week we got a really cool web update. So when you go to mdvmd.xyz, I believe I got that right. A lot of M's in there, but double check that. We'll put a link in the bio for that. But when you go to that website, we get the second week of Jimmy the Trial. The first week was the trailer that we showed last week. This week we got an interactive, like, video game type situation where you have a box and you have the it's kind of like Zelda music playing in the back, and you have a dog that is guiding you through some new updates in the lore. So I thought just the experience of that was a really fun video game-esque thing that I think a lot of people had questions, and the bottom line is let's find the key. I don't know if there's any clues specifically in that website right now, but I know that this whole thing is going to be a mystery that the community is going to have to solve, and we're going to have to engage with. It's not just going to be a passive thing. So maybe, I know you had some thoughts about Jimmy the Trial.
Well, I really liked how interactive it was, the website.
Mhm.
So reading all the story and trying to open the box multiple times, it was like start playing. And then you start playing and it asks you to open the box, but obviously the box is locked. And then it starts explaining the story, and you just read through the story, but it felt like very engaging. I really liked the way they put the whole thing up, so that you feel like you're part of it, not just like reading a thread on Twitter. And yeah, like I'm pretty excited. I want to know what's going on with Jimmy and this whole thing, and the key and the story. It's very interesting, and obviously I also like the date. I like that they do it on Wednesday, because on Thursday we have our live stream, so we can give our thoughts immediately after
Yeah.
that. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah, so we're gonna get an update on that this coming Wednesday. So in just 2 days, if you're watching this, when you're watching this on Monday, you're gonna get the next update of that. And I think there's maybe 2 or 3 more updates, and there's gonna be a mint that's coming as well with Jimmy's trial, depending on which Bored Ape Yacht Club NFT you have and whether you have a kennel or not. So a lot of questions. They obviously have a lot planned, and they've been planning this for quite a while, because this was first announced in September of 2021 when they released their roadmap part 2, and MDVMMI was on that. I don't know the exact acronym, but it's mutant dogs versus mecha mutant apes.
Yeah,
Anyways,
isn't that the speculation as well? We don't know
no,
what
no, no,
that.
that was in their leaked slide.
Oh,
Uh,
right,
the
right,
names
right.
of that was in their leaked slides, so it was speculation until that slide deck leaked, and
Mhm.
then you could see what it actually said. I think it was mecha dogs versus mega mutant something. I forget. Anyways, it's out there in the ether if you want to go look for it. But that's what we have in the Yuga verse. Nothing on Otherside, because we had a massive drop last week. Let's get to the final thing we're talking about. It's a short episode today, but we're going to talk about some lists that the Damn Show and maybe were included on. So maybe, I don't know if you want to take this one.
Yeah, because in the past week we have been included in some pretty awesome threads by Harry Liu. The first one was the 100 most significant builders in IP for Web3. And yeah, there was like this like crazy big list of like 100 people, and the Dem Show was in there. I got the mention, but like with my name, but it was obviously about the Dem Show. And when I answered the tweet, Harry also underlined what we did with the board coffee and how we use the captain's IP to create a product. And I think that that was like one of the things that Harry liked the most, since it was all about how we use IP. It's very interesting that because we know that with 10KTF, we don't actually own IP of anything. We just own the IP of our own NFTs. The 10KTF IP, it's all owned by WinU and now Yuga. So it was pretty cool for us to be able to use that after we got obviously license from WinU, and create an actual product out of it. So shout out again to Board Coffee as well. And that was a pretty cool list in general. There were a lot of 10KTF team members. There was obviously Figgy, that I believe it was number 4 in the list. So like right after Board Ape Yacht Club founders and some like crazy, crazy, crazy people. But like we know that he's a legend. But we got also Lindsay, that now is the director of partnerships at Yuga Labs, and yeah, some other friends. Congrats to everyone. All the names I read, they were like very, very deserving people. And then we got into another list like yesterday, 2 days ago, which was about content creators that are going to be talking about the other side. So the other side dropped like a list of 10 creators that are actually creating on the other side. And I want to give a special shout out to Baron von Hassel and Nana, that got the official shout out from the other side, because they do the other space. So congrats, guys, super
I
deserved.
also
Yes.
I also want to jump in there really quickly. Shout out Nash Ahmed, who is from 10KTF. He also does this other side space with
Yeah.
Peanut. He got a shout out in that as well.
Yeah, they're amazing.
Awesome.
Crazy. That I love that. And Harry created a thread based on that thread and added some more people that are going to be building and talking about the other side. And the Dem Show got a shout out in there as well. So that was pretty incredible. Thank you so much again. Yeah, we really can't wait to talk about the other side and stream the other side, because we're very, very excited about it. Diamond,
Yeah,
it was
Diamond,
talking.
Yeah.
go ahead.
I really think we're at the place where these projects should start speaking up a little bit as well, right? We got a lot of community creators that could use those little shout outs, right? I didn't see too many projects putting out, like, we want to shout out these community members who did amazing shit for our project this year. I really think that's one way where these projects could be showing greater value to our community creators, right? Like, it's just a little nugget, but like, it really matters at the end of the day. And there's no one out here speaking your name for you. When a project comes out and does it and say, look, this person did an amazing thing. And it was awesome to see our names at the end of shout out 10KTF, obviously, right? At the end of season 1, they did do their thank you board. But that being said, it's just the recognition and the proper credit.
Yeah, so I mean that caps the first episode of the Damn Show of 2023. So this is a brand new year. There's brand new energy. There's brand new excitement. And I think there's so much to come. If you like the hotline last week, then what I can tell you guys is there is so much more to come in 2023 for the Damn Show. I'm excited for where NFTs are headed this year as well. Last year was, quite frankly, pretty brutal, and we all survived. We're still here. We're still making it. We still feel good about everything that we're working on, and 2023 is up only, baby, up only. So thank you everybody for watching once again. Make sure you like and subscribe. Our goal for this early part of the year is to reach 1,000 subscribers, so we're almost there. We're only like 400 away, which isn't that many when you really think about it. So share this video if you like what we're doing. Like, subscribe. We have a lot of things planned for the next few weeks for the Damn Show, as it comes to 10KTF, as it comes to the other side, as it comes to Board Ape Yacht Club, and we're excited to just roll that out and keep this energy going. So thank you everybody for watching, and we will see you on Thursday